Not gonna lie, my hair looks kind of crazy right now, but I just got a haircut. Feeling fresh, feeling good, feeling brand new. I feel amazing right now. I feel like $1,000,000, even though I don't have $1,000,000. But you get what I'm trying to say. Welcome back to another video. I hope you guys still till the end. You guys hear my message and that you can apply something from this video in your life that will benefit you. Because at the end of the day, everything that I'm doing on this channel is to benefit one another, to grow as brothers, to grow, like I've mentioned before, to grow this humongous army where we just crush and tackle every single one of our goals. The topic I wanted to touch on today was letting go and letting God. Sometimes, or a lot of times actually, we tend to hold in our hearts remorse, hate, envy, greed. And there's nothing wrong with that. Remember, we're all human beings at the end of the day. No one is special, more special than you. At the end of the day, if somebody has something you want and you don't have it, it's simply because you haven't put the necessary work to get there yet. But nobody is better than you. Nobody has this crazy superpower like I used to believe. I always asked myself, man, how does this guy have this nice car? How does he have that nice watch? How does he have that humongous house? And what can I do to get there? But let me tell you, brother, that it's simply the amount of work that you need to put in to get there. With hard work, with determination, and strategizing correctly, and most importantly, having your faith in God, I truly believe the world is yours and that you can accomplish anything that you desire. It doesn't get any simpler as that. At the end of the day, as human beings, we tend to overcomplicate every situation that we are going through. We let those dark thoughts get into our head and we let those dark thoughts take over. But remember that you have the power, you have the ability to simply push away those thoughts out of your head, out of your life, so that you can achieve all of your goals. And coming into this year, 2026, I'm gonna crush every single one of my goals. Nothing is gonna get in the way. Nobody is gonna get in my way. And if they try to, then best of luck to you, because I'm gonna embody everything that comes my way. I want this year to sincerely be more difficult than it was this year. I want new challenges in my life. I want new experiences. And most importantly, I want to be in a different position than I was this year. It was a very tough year, but there's no one else to blame but myself. Honestly. The amount of debt I have and I had, the amount of debt that I had could have been started paying off since last year, since 2024. But I was negligent. I made very, very dumb choices in my life that I regret. But I can't go back and change them. The only thing I can do is continue to be a better person for the next year. Continue to improve at least 1%. Get better as a human being. I can't control the outside world. The only thing I can control is myself. and the actions that I decide to take in my day-to-day life. And what I am able to control is what I am going to focus on every single day. Not every day feels great. Not every day do I have the energy to want to focus on my craft outside of work. I'm going to be honest, sometimes my regular job kicks my ass. It truly does. Especially being on a bike. Going every day to work on my bike, coming back on my bike. It truly takes a toll on me. So the only thing I can do moving forward is saving up money, strategizing properly, making sure I'm still paying off my debt, and obtaining the things that I need in my life to get to that next step. Because nobody is going to do it for me. And even if my parents had the ability to hand me down these things that I need at this given moment, I would not accept them. I would choose this life 1,000,000 times over and over, because I've learned so much throughout the journey. I've learned so much from every loss that I have taken in life. I sincerely believe that life lessons are your biggest teacher. Life lessons can take you to the next step, depending on how you handle them. Not the school system, not whatever grade they decide to give you simply because you weren't knowledgeable in that certain area, but instead just dealing with life, growing up, going through several experiences that you will hopefully learn from. Because if you don't learn from them, you're always going to be in the same rut. You're always going to be in that same cycle of never accomplishing any of your goals. And I'm so determined to pick up this camera every day because I'm simply going to get better. For those who knew me in the past, knew I was a very shy and timid kid growing up. Very shy. But over the years, I've developed this skill. I've put myself in under pressure. I've put myself in situations that I never would believe that I would put myself in. And I've truly seen it pay off over the years. Every time I go through a challenge, every time I go through a hardship, I always use my mind to the best of my ability to learn from those situations, to get to that next step in my life, to not only change my life, but my family's life as well. Because it truly brings me pain to see a loved one suffer. It truly does. And I'm tired of that. And I'm going to be the one that makes that change in our lives. And I believe in myself, and I believe in God, that God will put me in a place where I'm financially free, where my family's financially free, where we get to experience the beauty that life offers. For a lot of us, I know that we've been living in the same town for our entire lives. And going out and experiencing the world can truly be life-changing, in my opinion. Seeing other countries, seeing their struggles, seeing how much different it is from where you are living at right now in the moment. And it can give you a completely different perspective on life. I truly want to travel when I am able to, but in this given moment, I cannot. I simply cannot. And I'm doing my best to be patient because that's the only thing I can do at this moment. Being patient for those times to come eventually. And I know I will look back at days like these and be grateful that I picked up this camera, that I continue to challenge myself to become a better human being, day in and day out, regardless of how I feel, regardless of how the day is going. Letting those things, those dark thoughts get out of my head and putting positive thoughts only so that I can continue to be better day in and day out. And oh my God, just making this video today, I'm not sure if it's because I had lunch right before, but I just have so much energy and I feel so positive and so I just feel amazing right now, regardless of everything else going on. I truly feel great. I truly feel like I am becoming a better human being, a better father for my daughter. And I feel like every day that I continue to push myself, it makes the next day feel so much better. It makes me feel like I have a goal and I have a purpose to work towards. Because before this, life felt like a constant, endless cycle, doing the same thing repeatedly. But unless I decide to get out of my comfort zone and try new things, then I will always remain stagnant. I will always remain in the same position. And it's honestly easier said than done. Actions speak louder than words. What you do on a day-to-day basis is what matters, not what you say you're going to do, but actually doing it and achieving it. And once you do that, you'll see towards the end of the day that you earned your sleep. You earned your position to rest. But unless you don't decide to do those extra things outside of work, then maybe you didn't deserve sleep. Maybe you deserve to stay up a little longer to continue studying and developing yourself. Because at the end of the day, this life is competitive. And you must make yourself competitive to stand out from the rest of the crowd. Nobody is going to do it for you. Nobody is going to make sure you are where you need to be, because everybody else has their own problems. Everybody else has things they are dealing with. So if you want to lead, if you want to create a change, you have to start first with yourself. And you have to make sure you are the best person that you can be, so that you have the ability to lead the rest of the crowd, so that you have the ability to achieve and embody anything that comes your way. I will continue praying over every single one of you guys. And every time you comment on my video, I truly appreciate that. It means a lot. Even just a simple comment is just super meaningful, and it completely changes the atmosphere of my day. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys continue to stay tuned into the rest of my videos. Thank you.